So Dundee United upset the odds and go away to Vienna and come away with a 2-2 draw. The way that the game actually unfolded itself, Dundee United will probably be really pleased with their performance overall. Much different type of performance than what they needed to put in against Strassen, but for the most part they did it really well. Defensively, defending a lot of crosses, although the two goals that they conceded were pretty poor from their standpoint. The first goal itself, the cross comes in, there's like 3 or 4 United defenders there, and the guy somehow loses his man and just taps it in. A poor goal to concede from their point of view. But the two goals that United actually scored in the game were of actual real quality, particularly from Sapsford, who looks like a real good acquisition for Dundee United. The equaliser comes from him, showing great strength on the touchline, getting past his man, and it's a really good pick out as well from him, and Waters finishes it off. Unfortunately for Dundee United, on the stroke of half-time, a little bit of a defensive ricochet, maybe could have done better in dealing with the cross. Sees the ball fall to the foot of a Rapid Vienna player about 6 yards out, who fires into the back of the net just before half-time. Horrible time to concede, and even after that, the floodgates looked like it could open from that point. Lots of blocks going in. The second half, a bit more composed when they came back out again, and then they do get the rewards for their defending as well, where Sapsford manages to get a ball over the top, and it's a great finish. It's not a lot of power behind it, but he picks it out in the bottom corner. And then from there was chances for both sides, and Rapid Vienna actually had the ball in the back of the net again, but luckily for Dundee United it was offside. The goalkeeper for Dundee United had a pretty solid game overall, but if that third goal from Rapid Vienna had been allowed to stand, he probably would have been pretty disappointed in himself. But it's all to play for at Tannadice next week, which was the main goal, I think, for Dundee United heading into this game, was to make sure that they were still in the tie. Even if it had finished 2-1, they were still in the tie, but now they know that they can get a goal and potentially sit in next week to see it out. I think, the two goals themselves, they'll probably be disappointed with conceding, but the two goals they scored were of pretty good quality from themselves. Also, shout out to HIBS. I can't do a match reaction on it because I didn't watch the game, because obviously BBC decided to pick up the United game. I think this one was on Solid Sport. But HIBS 2-0 win away from home against PARTIZAN, which, despite the fact that odds-wise they wouldn't have gone into the game as favourites, they should have probably took confidence, even though it was a last-minute loss against Midtjylland. Yes, they were helped by the fact that PARTIZAN went down to 10 men, and they've taken advantage of that in a similar fashion to how Rangers took advantage of Panathinaikos going down to 10 men in their first leg. But Martin Boyle with the double, you would think that Hibs will be strong favourites to go through now. They don't need to win at Easter Road next week now. They just need to make sure that they don't concede two goals next week, and they should be through no problem to face what looks like it'll be Legia Warsaw at the moment, unless they can pull off a big turnaround. So congratulations to Hibs on their away win, and congratulations to Dundee United on a big away result. Fingers crossed both teams can come away with positive results next week, and we have all 5 Scottish teams in the playoffs for the European stages. Fingers crossed. Thank you very much for watching. If you are new around here, please consider checking out some of the other content on the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.